Hello and welcome to your 1-4 lesson. We're going to talk about literal equations and formulas today. So our learning target, we're going to be able to rewrite and use literal equations to solve problems. We're going to be able to rearrange formulas and equations to highlight a quantity of interest by isolating the variable using the same reasoning used to solve equations. We're going to be able to use formulas and equations to solve problems. So some vocab that we're going to need for this lesson. We have this thing called simple interest. Simple interest is used, if you're investing money, maybe putting money into a savings account that earns interest back. There's a simple interest formula that gets used. So let's go ahead and write that in. It's I equals PRT. And let's go ahead and define the parts of that formula. So the I is the simple interest earned. So change colors, here we go. So the simple interest is the I. That's the part of the formula with the I. All right, principal, that is a banking term. Principal is going to be the original amount invested. And that part of the formula is that P. So the P, I equals PRT. This P is the original amount invested. Our interest, here we go, is the amount made on the investment. That is the simple interest. So when we're trying to figure out how much money we're making on the investment, that is the I in the formula. Interest rate. The percent of your principal gained each year, that is the interest rate. So you earn back a percentage of your investment, your principal. That part of the formula is that R stands for interest rate, and that is a percent. So we'd be looking for a percent value on that one. Last part of the formula is time. Time is how long the investment lasts. It is a measure of time. And let's make a note that this is going to be in years. So if we have an investment for half of a year, or for 6 months, let's say, we wouldn't use a 6, we would use a 0.5 because our time, and that's the T in the formula, time is in years. All right, so this lesson has to do with literal equations, so let's make sure we know what those are. So literal equations, or a literal equation, is a formula using letters to represent real world amounts. So our simple interest formula, I equals PRT, that's an example of a literal equation. And we'll probably see a couple more in our lesson here. All right, let's get started with our first example in our next video.